Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back and happy almost New Year's to all of the Tauruses out there. If you are a Taurus sun, moon, rising, or north node, this is your tarot reading for the upcoming month of January of 2025. And in case any of you are interested, I will be using my brand new Grateful Dead tarot deck, which I just have fallen in love with since the moment I got it. And I hope you guys will too. So, with all of that said, let's see what Taurus has in store for the new year. So, Taurus, the first card to fall out was Judgment, which is the four winds in this deck. If any of you are of Celtic origin, could be a sign from the ancestors to tap in, learn more, especially as we enter the holiday season, because we all know Christmas has very, very deep pagan roots. Regardless, well, I guess by the time you're seeing this, it'll be after Christmas. But still, it's an invitation to dive back in if that resonates with you. The Three of Cups came out next, which is one of my all time favorite cards in the entire tarot. I just love the energy of this card. And it is very Venetian. Interesting. The Eight of Wands fell out. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords here, which is also a sleeper favorite of mine. So, there's an act of surrender you're going to be relinquishing yourself to in the new year in January. And it's going to feel like you're releasing a lot of the burdens, a lot of the mental fog, a lot of what has held you back in the past from actually really connecting with yourself and connecting with your people. Whether that's already established close friends or an already established community or people to come. And because you are radically allowing this to happen, you are truly just like, I love the symbolism of this card here. You're truly just letting go, and you don't know what is going to happen once you let go and allow yourself to go through this void. But you know that just the act of surrender is such an act of bravery and a radical act of self love that you're like, I don't know what's on the other side of this, but I am doing this for me, and whatever's on the other side is going to be for me as well. And it's actually a really beautiful energy. And I love these dragons up here because it really represents like you relinquishing like everything that has caused this fog within you for far too long, far too long. And you're being observed by the higher powers in this act of just surrender. And because of that, you are really bringing, and another one with a boat. Because of that, you're bringing yourself back home. You're bringing yourself back to, oh my God, hold up. That's what's on the other side of the portal. It's the shore, it's dry land, it's you coming back home to yourself. And although in this deck, like you see skulls, you're like, wait, what does that mean? I'm coming back home to these skulls. What is this death? That's not what the Six of Swords represents. It's you leaving. Like in the original Rider Waite deck, it shows three people in a boat. There's like a mother figure huddled with a child under a blanket, and then the father figure is rowing the boat, standing up in the back, and they're moving away from these really dark storm clouds, and they can finally see land. They can finally see the horizon. And although it's not necessarily like all bright and cheery and sunshine where they're going, they are moving towards safer ground. They're moving towards a more level um, foundation, essentially. So it's not going to be, it's not like you're moving out of this mental fog and immediately just being like, yeah, we're free, let's go, you know? But you are moving to an area where you can finally plant roots and actually create that sunshine, create the joy and the togetherness and the community that you may have felt you've been lacking. And it's going to work out for you in the end. We'd see the Three of Cups for that. And you know what? I'm going to add a picture. I don't even know if I know how to do that, but I'll add a picture of the Rider Waite Three of Cups here because I love the symbolism of this card. I adore the symbolism of the Three of Cups because it shows the three women and they're celebrating and they're dancing and they're coming together. And that's what it's all about. It's coming together with your community in celebration of yourself, of each other, of the world, of everything. Oh, I have chills of everything that you can call not only your own, but that everything that is. It's just this radical act of love and togetherness and celebration of that love and togetherness and community. So you being able to relinquish All of the things that held you back in the past is bringing you to this solid ground where you're not walking in on somebody's already established joy. You have the ability now to create that joy, to bring people together in that way. And with the Eight of Wands, it's a fast paced energy. So it's literally like you'll decide one day, maybe today, the day you're watching this, you're going to say, you know what? I I'm not allowing this voice in the back of my head to control me anymore. I'm no longer allowing the fears that I have had my whole life to control me anymore. No longer allowing this trauma that I went through to control me anymore. It's just whatever has had its grips, like literally in your back. You're like, I'm getting rid of it. I'm living for me now and I'm going to be in the present moment. And it's like the moment you actually decide and start to move and start to believe and start to navigate from that point of saying, you know what, I'm taking control. You're not going to control me anymore. I control me and I am going to surrender to this, to whatever life has to offer me. The moment you make that decision, it'll be and this is making me again with the sails and the boat. It's like a huge gust of wind finally catching the sail and you just like going after it so quickly, so quickly. So you surrendering is quickly bringing you to this fertile ground where you can quickly plant the seeds and you can quickly harvest and you can quickly have these people come in to celebrate you and your progress, but also you celebrate them and the fact that they're with you and we're all living and breathing. It's such a fast-paced energy towards abundance. There's hope, there's opportunity there too, and it's an opportunity just to come together, and it's really beautiful, and it all is contingent on that ability to surrender and take your life back, Taurus, because you deserve that. Whatever has been controlling you, and maybe this will take a period of reflection to really establish what's been controlling you, whatever that is, once you bring it to your conscious awareness and say, all right, we're done here. Fast pace, fast pace. And it's almost going to feel effortless on your part. It's almost going to feel like you made this decision and then the universe is kind of ushering you forward. Um, and that's kind of how it's going to be. It's almost as if the universe has been waiting for you to make this decision. It's been waiting for you to take your power back so it can show you how much power you truly have to sow those seeds or plant the seeds, sow the crops. You know what I'm trying to say. It's been waiting for you, and you've been waiting for you. And now that you're choosing you, everything is lining up and just, ooh, I love that. And let's see what else wants to come out. Oh, what timing. You saw how long I was shuffling for. Well, maybe not because I'm going to speed it up, but I was shuffling for a long time. And when that happens, I say in my head, okay, I'll count down from five. And if no cards fall out by the fifth one, I'll just split the deck. And I said five, and they fell out. So, oh, does this one want to peek out too? What is that? Huh, I guess it did. So we have the Five of Pentacles reverse, the Knight of Cups upright. Love the symbolism in this deck with this one. And then on the bottom of the deck, we had the Knight of Swords, but then the way it was placed, it was also like it looked, oh, that's interesting. The way it was placed, it was like that, where this one was also peeking out, which is the Two of Cups. And then under the Two of Cups, we have the Two of Wands as well. So let's see. Two knights, two twos, and a five reverse. And the Five of Pentacles, it really, in the Rider Waite deck, it's when it's upright, it's like, oh, these two people, one has a broken leg, they're in rough shape walking through a storm, a blizzard, and they're walking right outside of a church, but for whatever reason, they can't go into the church to get shelter from the storm. Cue Bob Dylan. um, but when it's reversed, this Five of Cups reversed, it's almost like you, and the Six of Swords upright is a similar message. Five of Pentacles reverse, excuse me. It's you being able to find your way out of the storm. The storm is now settling. The storm is slowing down, and maybe now you are being invited in for a warm cup of joe or whatever it may be. But no matter what, it's you are coming out of this blizzard, and you have support around you that is helping you navigate yourself out of this blizzard. And again, with the Six of Swords upright, It's you moving away from the storm. So there is a lot of energy of just forward movement here, of you moving away from that which has ailed you or that which has kept you down or kept you in this mental fog, whatever it may be. And you're moving towards that clarity, towards that ability to plant anew. And with the two knights, the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups, interesting dynamic here because Knight of Swords is very fast-paced energy. Knight of Swords truly does not give a fuck, as you can see. Like she's she's like that. Oh, if you watch Yellowstone, she's what's her name? Oh my god, Sadie? Sadie Dutton. I don't know if that's her name. I haven't watched it in a while, but the daughter, essentially. Don't come at me. I love that show. It's just been a long time. My brain has too much in it. She's literally Sadie Dunn, where she's like, and you know how she is too in that show. It's she anytime somebody tries to like step towards her or do anything that she conceives as whatever, she is ready. She is ready to throw down. Like there's no hesitation there. And that's what the Knight of Swords really represents. It's like that, oh, you're gonna come to me? Okay. Like ready to go. And that's what's interesting too, because the Knight of Swords is ready to go into the storm, to battle it out. And I think that that energy that you're going to be carrying with you, even as you move out of the storm, is just a testament to what you've been through. Where even if you, as you're watching this, you still feel like you're in the clouds and you're not really here, like present with us, you at any moment will be ready to ride at dawn if necessary for yourself, for your loved ones, for the things that matter most to you. And that's what that Knight of Swords energy represents. So that's still an energy you're going to be able to carry with you, but in a resourceful way. So as you move out of the storm, as you come back to yourself and again, plant those seeds, bring in the community, you will still have this part of you that's like a mama bear, essentially. Like, I am ready to throw down. I am ready to throw down if you come anywhere near me or my people or anything with ill intention. Where the Knight of Cups is kind of the opposite of that. It's very patient. It's a slow moving energy. It's really tapping into that ability to feel. It's like hyper empathy, the Knight of Cups, where I never even realized the sword going through her head in this deck. Like I said, this is a new deck, so I'm still getting a little acquainted with all of the symbolism of the cards. But and I should say too, the hyper empathy, especially with the symbolism here with the sword going through her head, it's not always resourceful. And there's that word again, is resourceful. So while she's ready to ride at dawn for anybody with ill intentions, she also it's like the angel and the devil on your shoulder. Whichever one you decide to be which is up to you. But the angel is going to say, but, like keeping them in mind, keeping the other in mind, because you've been the other. And so there's this sense of, I know what they're going through, I know why they're doing it, where the devil is like, no, they did this because they're just a bad person and it's time for them to reap what they sow, essentially. And I think with both of them coming out together, there's going to be a need to find the balance between the two, not just being ready to fuck anybody up that comes near you, and also not overly empathizing with them to the point where you're just letting people step on you, because I think that energy is what got you to where you are in the first place. It's being that overly empathetic, being able to see all sides, and which is interesting because Taurus, you guys are an empathetic sign, but you are also a fixed sign, which means you're rooted in your ways. So it's almost like you allowed somebody else to make decisions for you for so long that you ended up losing that sense of self. And so you've been navigating from a place where it's like you're not even sure who you are or like what you want in this world anymore because you've been so focused on the other, because you've been too tapped into that Knight of Cups energy. So again, it's about finding the balance between the one that's ready to rage and the one that wants to overly empathize. And it's about bringing those together because that is who you are, Taurus. That combination of energy is who you are. It's that sense of self that you may have lost a while ago. And bringing those back together, merging them back together is going to be key to moving forward in, again, a resourceful manner to be able to come back to yourself after that storm. And with the two twos, with the two twos that we have here, again, balance. It's being able to recognize where you've been and where you are going. And the two is all about looking at the potential of the options laid ahead of you and being able to really weigh and contemplate and make space for what is actually right to you to come to the forefront so you can decide to set off on that journey. Ultimately, when the Two of Wands comes out, you've already decided a new journey is ahead of you. It's just about seeing the potential of which way would be the best. But this is like I've already decided I'm going and it's time to experience and it's time for newness. It's just about what kind of newness is awaiting me. And with the 2 of cups, that's new relationship. It could be a fated relationship, it could be a soulmate, or it could be you coming back into relationship with self. It could be you coming back into relationship with who you truly are and making space for that person and listening to that person. And I think that's what January is really going to encompass for you, Taurus. It's making the space for yourself again. And if part of that 2 of wands energy, the potential, the contemplation is looking for relationship with other, turn around and ask yourself why you want relationship with others so deeply. Is it because you feel this lack of self-love? You feel that you cannot give yourself the love that you are trying to seek outside of yourself? And if that's the case, come into relationship with self. Take yourself on dates. Treat yourself the way you would treat a significant other and the way you would want a significant other to treat you, and come back home to yourself. Because again, so many of these cards are all about that. It's not only standing up for yourself and standing up for your loved ones and also having everything. It's about coming back home to yourself. It's about the surrender. It's the act. It's the art of surrender. And that's really what is going to be available to you in the month of January. It looks like we're almost out of time. I'll shuffle one more time and see if anything else wants to come out. One card. And another 5 reverse. Interesting. And the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. This whole spread is so balanced. Holy moly. Like even the way the cards are aligned and which cards came out. So again, the 5s are the cards we want to see reversed in spreads because the 5s can represent loss, sorrow, pessimism. But when they're reversed, it's you moving out of that energy. And with the 5 of Swords reverse, it's you like, oh my, another battle card. It's you moving out of battle. It's you like, so when it's upright in the traditional Rider Waite deck, it shows like this person being sneaky and deceptive and like stealing the swords. Or is that the 7? No, it's the 5. I had a brain fart. I was between the 5 and the 7 confused. But the 5 of swords shows like this guy, he's standing, he's looking all smug at the front, and he's like, like he's holding 2 swords and like 3 other swords are on the ground, and his opponents are just like, oh, fuck you, and like walking away. I've been cursing a lot in this video, which I don't usually do, but I feel like that's the energy you guys are moving with, so I'm gonna keep rolling with it. Um, and it's all about like you won, but at what cost kind of thing. And it's like you're like when it's upright, it's you're losing, and it's very very negative. But when it's reverse, it's you being able to come to like a peaceful resolution, you being able to mediate with the opponent. And I really think in this spread, the opponent is like that loss of self, that sense of self, where you're finally able to make peace with who you are, who you've been, and who you're becoming. And it's like this radical act of coming together within yourself. This has been a theme for a couple of the readings too. It's everybody is coming back home to themselves. Everybody is coming back home to themselves and really looking at how they've lost themselves and more importantly how they can bring themselves back to themselves. And I think that's really beautiful. And to end out this reading with the Wheel of Fortune, the cosmic wheel in the bottom of the deck, fortune is in your favor here. Fate is in your favor. As long as you take that very, very first step, that first decision to say, I am surrendering to whatever is meant for me. Remember, that's where we started this reading. It's that act of surrender. As long as you take that first step and continue to check in with yourself, continue to keep yourself in mind, in heart, in soul, in body, in spirit, fortune will favor you. Putting yourself first is the best thing you can do right now because putting yourself first is allowing you to become more yourself, which is going to attract the people that belong to the true you. Not belong, but you know what I mean, the community that is meant for the true you. And you will still have these warriors like within yourself ready to battle or ready to empathize, ready to cry, ready to rage, whatever it is. You'll still have those within you, but in a way that they're not working, they're not at war with each other. It's at peace with one another. It's in balance with one another. And I think it's really beautiful. I think it's a really beautiful energy. But with all of that said, this was a general reading. It's possible not everything resonated. And if that is the case, you can check out my website in the description below. There you can book with me for tarot, astrology, human design, and numerology is coming in the new year. So keep a lookout for that. If you did like this reading at all, leave me a like and leave me a comment and let me know how it resonated. And of course, we do this every single month for all of the signs. So if you're interested in getting your forecast for the month ahead, according to the tarot cards, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you guys here in the future. But Taurus, seriously, there's nothing else to say but take that first step. Surrender. Surrender to the process. Surrender to your heart. Surrender to your body. Surrender to your soul. Because what's waiting for you is connection, it's depth, it's beauty, it's new beginnings, it's community, it's celebration, it's togetherness, it's love, it's so much goodness. You're coming out of the storm, and I'm so proud of you for that. Until next time.